Hey, this is Rich with another quick tips tutorials brought to you by Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group, and today I'm going to show you a very simple way to set up your elements so it looks like my screen. Now I'm adding a part of my Windows screen here so you can see there's three files that I want to introduce into the project. There's a couple of different ways to open projects. If it's a PSD, you can just double click on it and it'll automatically open up. Now the first thing I want to do is to make it look like my normal screen. So I need to do a couple things. First of all, you can see I'm scrolling in and out using the mouse wheel to zoom. That's one of the really first things that I would do. How to do that is I go to Edit, Preferences, and General. Once you're in there, you'll see right here Zoom with scroll wheel. Most people don't realize that that's hiding right here. As soon as you click that and hit OK, now the scroll wheel on the mouse allows me to zoom in and out as desired. And then I can use these scroll bars to get in close to any particular side. And if I choose the arrow, I can move the image around anywhere I want. The next thing I do is I want the ruler to be on the top and the side so I know exactly what I'm working with, the sizes I'm working with. How to do that is you go to View and right down here is Rulers. As soon as I choose Rulers, there's the rulers. Now it looks closer to what I'm used to here. So finally, how do I introduce pictures into one file? Okay, there's another one here that say you want some sort of graphic title. I'll double click on that, or I'm going to close that. Or all you have to do is grab that file and just drag it right in and let go. And there it is. It automatically opens. You got another one you want to bring in? Here's a picture here. I can just drag that right in and that opens up a third file. So now I have three different files opened. And you don't have to like double click on them. You can, of course I can close this. You can always right click and say open with and then choose Photoshop Elements, but why would you when it's just so much easier just to drag them right in and it automatically opens up a new file. Every time you bring a new file in, it'll open up a new file. I'll bring this one in, just drag it in, you see it pops up right there. So now I got four different files I can work with. If I want to bring all those into one project, the project has to be big enough. So this is 7 inches by 5 inches approximately. Let's make it really big. So I choose the layer, I go to Image, Resize, the canvas. The canvas is the size of the whole actual file that you're working with. And this is your width and your height. I normally start at about 40 inches by 30 inches. You can do whatever you want. You can go up to 75 or 100 inches. If your computer is strong enough, then you can do that. I can zoom out with the scroll wheel, and now I can take that and work with it. I can grab the little square in the corner and make the picture larger or make it smaller. Any size I want. And then I hit OK and it'll stay this size. I want to bring in another picture into this file. I'll go to the next picture, just left click, grab it, and drag it up into in front of the tab of the first picture. Now while I'm grabbing, I just bring it down here and let go and it pops in. And now there's the second one. So let's like resize this so it's the same size as the other one. Just for the heck of it, I'll go down like that and I'll pull it over here. And now we got two photos on one file. Let's go to the third one here. Here's a Mustang over here. And let's say I wanted to do a little editing, cut it down a little bit. I'll hit the square. I'll unlock it here. And I'm going to make a square here like this, or a rectangle. And I'll hit delete. And that deletes the top portion. I'll do the same thing with the bottom portion. I'll hit Control D to deselect everything. Come back to the arrow so I can grab it. I'm going to do this again and drag it up on top of the tab of the first photo and then drag this down and let go of the left mouse button and there it is. I can align it up and grab one of the corners, any corner you want, and resize it to any size that I want. And I'll bring in the fourth picture finally, the Elements logo. I can grab this picture anywhere. Why can't I grab it? Because it's not unlocked over here and it's telling me that it's not unlocked. So I unlocked it now. And I can grab it and move it, drag it up here, and as soon as it pops back to the first picture, drag it back down and let go. Now you see it's bigger than my picture frame here, but all you have to do is just drag it right back in wherever you want. I'll line it up like this right here, make this smaller like that, and there you go. Just eyeballing it. Now let's say I want a black background. I'm going to create a blank new layer, drag that to the bottom because we want it to be a background. I'll come over here, grab the color black on my color palette, and you see it wasn't black, it was set up to gray. So I'll just drag this with the left mouse button wherever that circle is, and you see it up here, it changes, and then I could do the whole different color gamut. But it's always going to be black on the bottom on the left. So I do that, hit OK, come over to the paint bucket, come back over here, and it doesn't matter if I do it on top of another one because that layer is at the bottom. So I just click it anywhere, and there it goes. Finally, take your crop, find a nice place to crop it. With the left mouse button, you drag the square over like this, and this looks pretty good. I'll let go, and it asks me if I like it there. If I want to adjust it a little bit, I can grab these and adjust it in to match everywhere else. Hit the OK button, and there we go. We got a nice picture with a bunch of different pictures. Each one is its own layer, so I can turn them on or off as need be. And I hope this answers the question. This is Rich calling it quits for this tutorial, saying over and out.